everybody, it's Dino Wells here, the Real Dino Wells, and I'm doing another podcast. I'm getting used to this now. I got my little intro song going on. Yeah, I kind of like this. Thanks to Beauty Bubble, the Spreaker, and this podcast world is awesome. So, I am glad to be a part of this whole podcast journey where I can speak about me, my journey, and all the great things that I have going on in my life, and I can inspire others. Like I can inspire others when the bell rings, and with rebellious boxing, which I'm which I'm going to have in Chicago real soon, and all the movies that I'm going to put out within the next 5 years, because I have a 5-year plan, and I've noticed everything goes in fives with me. 5 to 6 year plan. So with my 5 to 6 year plan, and it's all in moving in motion right now. You got to have a plan when you're in life. In life, you got to have plans. You got to have deadlines. You got to meet your deadlines. You got to set your goals and meet your goals. If you don't set goals and meet your goals, then your existence will be in vain. So that's why I've learned a lot from my journey, from growing up in a fatherless a fatherless home with my mom, and we were raised by my aunties and my grandma and uncle, from time to time, my uncle. So, like I was saying in my previous podcast, I believe I said that, or it was in my blab, one of the two. I wasn't I didn't grow up in a privileged home where, silver spoon and, I got anything that I wanted, none of that stuff. I had to earn and work hard to get anywhere in life, and it was a rough journey, and it's still rough, but at the same time, if you change your mindset and stay focused and you move forward and be persistent, you will get whatever it is that you want in life. You just have to be passionate about it. You have to be really focused on the mission and what you have to do to attain that goal, or your ultimate end game. That is, When the Bell Rings is the start of it all, of the rebirth of me in my boxing career. When the Bell Rings is my boxing documentary about my return to boxing after a 15-year hiatus. I was one of the most feared fighters in the 90s, from the Midwest, Chicago. And, my career took a sudden turn due to obstacles and outside adversity from the ring. So at that time I was young. I didn't know how to deal with adversity. I didn't know how to deal with my back being against the wall. I didn't know how to deal with certain situations that came up in life, So with that being said, as you go through your journey and you learn things, you attain wisdom. And as you're attaining wisdom, you know how to give that wisdom to other people who was in similar situations that you were in. So, and that's my mission. I just want to make sure that if you feel like you're down and out and your back is against the wall and you think you can't make it, hey, there's somebody there to give you words of encouragement. You just have to take those words of encouragement. People used to give me words of encouragement all the time, and I didn't want to listen to them. I thought you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know this is hard, So some people can't understand or wouldn't understand your journey and understand your pain and suffering and things and such forth. Like with me, I had an issue with my children's moms, because I wanted to be something more than just an average everyday Joe. I want to be an entertainer. I want to inspire people. I want to do things with movies and just in entertainment. And at that time, they showed like they wanted to be supportive, but they weren't really supportive. Now they're more supportive now, sort of. Well, one of them is. So, not knocking them anything. It's just you have to have a strong support group or support team around you to grow. Like my girlfriend, she's super supportive. it was hard to get used to because I didn't have that type of support in my life. You know, it was rough. And, you know, she's very virtuous. And I enjoyed the whole aspect of it, and then the whole rebuilding and learning process. And you have to watch When the Bell Rings, the documentary, which is on iTunes and Amazon or Vimeo on demand. And hopefully by the summer it will be on Netflix. So you can get When the Bell Rings. You can check out When the Bell Rings, and you can let me know what you think about it. It's a great documentary, actually. So it's a 4-time award-winning documentary. We won the Grand Jury Award in the New Orleans Film Festival, which was our world premiere. And we also premiered in L.A. last year in November, where I met Metta World Peace for the first time. So that was kind of cool. And, you know, I'm a fan of Ron Artest / Metta World Peace because he, you know, was drafted by the Bulls. And I thought he was going to be the face of the Bulls at one point. But, you know, obviously that didn't happen. So, you know, he's with the Lakers, and now he's doing this thing. He revamped his career. So, you know, I would like to meet and chill with him more and get to know him more. I like his mindset. I like, you know, our journeys are like parallel, him and I, you know, although he just had more money, way more money than me, way more money. But I'll be on his level with money-wise coming soon. And then we get to be brothers from another mother. Anywho, but I want y'all to just stay tuned with me and get to know me. You know, ask questions or whatever you need to know. I mean, I'm here. I'm an open book, man. I've been through a lot. Like I said, I've been through a lot of issues. You know, I've seen a lot, and you know, I just want to encourage, especially the youth. The youth today is kind of lost. You know. Like with all the hatred that's in the world and all the drama that's going on, I feel that if you plant a seed of love and happiness in the youth, they can grow into something stronger without all the hatred and anger and malice. You don't need none of that. You know, just live happy and respect others. The key is respecting each other. If you respect each other, then everything will be great. But then you have people that's hating and envious and jealous that you have this, or they want to take something of yours, or they, you know, they can't make it. You know, I've been in that shoes. I've been very envious of my associates, or I wasn't jealous. You know, envy and jealous work neck and neck. But, you know, I was envious at one point, or I was like, man, damn, dump them. They ain't trying to help nobody out or whatever. But I understand the situation is that people with money are in why, you know, if you just constantly crying and with your hands stuck out all the time, you ain't doing nothing to get yourself out of that situation. Nobody don't want to help just a beggar. You know what I mean? That's like these panhandlers out in the street just sticking out there with their little sign with their hands stuck out, whatever. I was homeless for 6 months and I didn't panhandle. I worked for mine. You know, I was homeless for 6 months in LA. I lived in Skid Row. And I never panhandled, to say the least. You know, I think I did some dancing when I was in Hollywood. I was, you know, dressed in all black with the black face and doing the little robot thing, getting money that way. But, you know, I did background work. I did audience work. I did anything positive to make money. You know, I feel like I didn't want to, you know, yes, I did sleep on bus stops. Yes, I did sleep in libraries and slept in bathrooms and stuff like that, in the bathroom stalls to get some catch some Z's or whatever the case may be. But and I did get on the government assistance to get food stamps, you know, to help out with the food thing. But other than that, you know, I just didn't see myself out there with my hands stuck out begging for money. You know, I'm not saying, I'm not knocking the ones who's doing it, but I just feel like I'm a hustler. I gotta make it. I gotta get that money. You know, I gotta get it so I can be better and put myself in a better situation. So I went from Skid Row to Studio City in the Archstone Apartments, living from being homeless to Archstone. People want to know how that happened. I just changed my mindset, and I had some people around me that believed in me, and I ended up working Fast and Furious, the movie, as a PA, and I had a young lady in my life at the time who we were just friends and ended up being in a relationship, which was too fast, but it is what it is. See, that's all, everything was all I worked on a movie too fast and got into a relationship too fast and lived in Studio City, living in a high class apartment, paying all that good money and doing that on that show, working on that movie, I should say. And, as the movie done, worked on some other TV shows, but the relationship started dwindling apart. It is what it is. There's a lot of negativity, but she didn't see me and the greatness that I got going on today. See, I feel that any of my exes in my past would just take the time and think and like, man, if I just been a little bit more supportive, we can probably be something. But it wasn't meant to be. I'm meant to be who I'm with now because the universe put us back full circle from 23 years ago. My girlfriend I have now, I set the seed 23 years ago. 24 years ago. Now, I guess it is. So, I'm happy for that. It's a learning curve still. We're still learning each other, but at the same time, we're still building, bonding, and moving forward. I shout out to her at all times. I give her much love and tell her, we have our issues or whatever, but that is what it is. Right now, we're moving forward. We're building a legacy. We're building an empire. We're working to have something so when we do transcend on, it'll be left for our kids, for our kids' kids, and kids' kids, and just keep the wealth going. So my Wells name will be etched in stone in history, starting with When the Bell Rings. Now you heard the bell. Classes is ended, everybody. I want you to check me out on Google me, Dino Wells. Catch me on IMDb. I'll put my pictures up there soon. www.itsmyurls.com. You will see all of all my URLs there. I'm on Snapchat, Dino_Wells. Catch me on Snapchat. Catch me all over the internet. Dino Wells, at Dino Wells on Twitter. And let's just talk about it. Catch me on Stars Q&A. Ask me questions on that. That's the first thing that's on my It's My URLs. You can go to Stars Q&A, ask me a question or whatever. All right? I got a lot of good things coming. Same kind of different as me. April 29th. That's what it says on IMDb, but I hadn't seen any promotions on it. But same kind of difference to me is coming out in April 29th. I play Mr. in that. Jaman Hansu, Greg Kinnear, Renee Zellweger. Good movie. I can't wait to see it. Check it out. When the Bell Rings. Alright? Much love to y'all. I need to make some outro music now. Not the same intro music. But it is what it is right now. I'm still learning. Love y'all. Yeah. I know this is going to be awesome.